for whatever reason, I feel like this offense is going to have a better chance to hit his full potential with Colt.
There's a part of me that agrees with you, man. And again, it's not a shot at Alex, and you feel bad even saying this because of
he's such a great guy.
Yeah, he's such a stand-up guy, pro's pro, face of the franchise, and some of the things he's done to stabilize this place behind the scenes, I think are a reason why they are where they are. And look, he got him to 6-3, which is not nothing, and he did it with not a lot of skill around him, especially with guys out that are out. But I think that Colt raises your ceiling. I think that there's not anything Alex could do from an ability standpoint that Colt can't. I think, the game is he's going to face a really good defense, by the way, on Thursday. Dallas is really good, and they're fast, and they're physical, and they've got a good pass rush, but Colt understands this stuff. And I know when Colt's on the sideline, he's thinking the game. Now, it's different to think the game from the sideline than it is the pocket, but it's not like he came in yesterday and didn't know what he was doing. He came in yesterday and had a bunch of really smart plays. I mean, there's one play that's a scramble where he shifts the line to the left, and he knows Whitney Merciless is coming off the edge, and he just pump fakes. Like, he was never throwing that ball. He just pump faked and ran around him, and I guess if he got out and there was someone wide open, he could, but he knew he was going to have to immediately escape the pocket, and he did. And that kind of stuff, I mean, I watched the game back this morning, and I literally skipped right past the play where Alex got hurt. I don't like watching injuries. I didn't want to see it. But when I get to the film, what I will do is I will look at the protection, and, I will see, okay, how did those guys come free? And then I'll fast forward through the part where he gets tackled. And there have been times this year, and again, I don't want to blame Alex for getting hurt, but there have been times this year where there's been protection issues. There's been times this year where hot routes and things like that just haven't been on the same page. Obviously, the pick six yesterday is an enormous play where he's not on the same page with Jordan Reed, in part because of pressure, but in part because the chemistry was never quite right between them. He threw an interception against Green Bay on a choice route. And Colt's been around some of these guys longer. He has an understanding of what this offense is supposed to look like. And it's why I say the season is not over. I don't know what it's going to look like. I would think that if Colt was just some guy waiting in the wings that they thought was going to be a star, they wouldn't have went and traded for Alex Smith. With that said, I think Colt can operate this offense. I think that with the game lead in the division and the team that's chasing them most potently in Dallas coming right up, and a chance to beat them and put them, significantly behind you with the tiebreaker and hold or in your side, in your favor, plus a 2-game lead. This team has to like its chances as much as you can with a backup quarterback.
Talking to Craig Hoffman, our Redskins beat reporter. Two things on offense that are worth talking about beyond the quarterback. One, Trey Quinn, and two, not that he got a ton of touches, but Byron Marshall got the ball a few times.
Yeah, that's not surprising. I actually wonder if they got to make a roster move, you would think, this week. Obviously they're going to bring in a quarterback. Alex is going to go on IR. That's going to happen. But they got 5 running backs on the roster right now. And when Chris Thompson comes back, I really wonder if Capri Bibbs is going to be able to stick around, or what they do with Samaje Perine if one of those two guys is either IR'd or cut. Because, Byron, to me, is a guy who can be potent. He's a guy that has some explosiveness, had a couple of nice carries yesterday. Capri missed a couple of, at least one blitz pickup yesterday. Tyrann Mathieu's sack was on him. And so I'm curious to see when Chris Thompson comes back, how they play the running back position and who stays and who goes. But for Trey, told you. This guy's good. He's a really good football player, and he knows how to get open. He can make people miss. He just has an understanding of angles and an understanding of where he needs to be. I think some of that is a quarterback background. He actually was the emergency quarterback yesterday and will continue to be the emergency now, just not backup, obviously. Quarterback moving forward. He played quarterback in high school. He understands. I remember actually talking to Randall Cobb about this a couple of summers ago when he was working out here, and I got a chance to spend a little time with him. And he obviously played quarterback at Kentucky. And he said being a quarterback makes you understand the timing of routes as a receiver so much better, because you understand if you're the first, second, third read, what that timing is going to feel like within the route. And I think Trey has a great sense of that, and he's got great hands, caught everything that was thrown. He's a huge this offense moving forward that can really change the ceiling of what it could be.
Craig, give us your best guess here. Will we see Trent Williams, Crowder, Thompson, or Dunbar on Thanksgiving in Dallas?
Williams, yes. The other 3 best guess, no. But it wouldn't surprise me if one of them plays. I would say CT might be the favorite there.
We need somebody. What about Crowder? What is the story there?
His ankle is he's got ligament damage, and it's not healing as fast as they thought. I'm sure he is. I mean, for practical playing and practical contract, he doesn't want to come back and be bad. He's in a contract year. And so, not to mention, playing a slot receiver when you can't cut is not good. And I think especially now with Quinn back, I don't think the coaches are going to look to rush him either. They want Crowder back because he's more dynamic than anyone else they have. But he can't cut. And until he can cut and really do it pain-free and not be thinking about it and do it at speed, he's pretty useless. He's got a good catch radius for a guy his size, but his size ain't that big.